Hello everyone, welcome. I've been here for the past couple minutes, just lurking around Discord as usual. I see Spartans was the first one to comment here. Hello Spartans, good morning Dub, congrats on your 8th place, very impressive. Thank you, it looks like top 10 was in the cards. I didn't even expect like 8th place exactly. I can see Teddy was pretty close. Doofy told me his rate was 107 per hour, I think. But he's not as close as I thought he would be to my score here. And I'm nowhere near top 7. So that was expected. I guess best case scenario was 8th place. I thought I was going to get 9th or 10th. Like I really thought at least like Teddy would have beat me here. But that's cool, I'll take it. It's like what, a 500 Gala difference compared to 9th place. So top 10 once again, awesome. Rachel says morning Dub, hello Rachel. Jukesies, hello. Mary NG, hello. Girl Gamer, congratulations Dub, Merry Friday everyone, hello Girl Gamer, thank you. Noel Dory says morning, Coinman, nice top 10, thank you. Dave says hello Dub, hello Dave. Yeah, next week's competition is sushi boats. It sounds like some people are like, a few people are excited I guess, but several people are like, man, sushi boats again? That was my first reaction also. I'm like, man, we done sushi boats like 10 times, but no, people are like, we did sushi boats 6 weeks ago or 2 months ago, however you want to count it. I think 6 weeks ago. So yeah, we recently just did sushi boats, so that's why some people are like, I don't want to do this again. And the thing is, it's going to be the exact same biome, basically the same meta. I don't know, the cash boosts are the same. They probably are, I can't exactly remember. But yeah, so it's pretty much gonna be the same meta. So if you don't plan on making any improvements and you did the last sushi boat competition, you can use the same exact design. Now several of the top players, we're going to be using the badges. You know, we just picked up the Navy badges, the Air Force badges, so that is going to make a difference in the production rates. But you don't really need to, I don't expect there to be a lot of movement unless we want to make improvements, right? I don't know if I'll make any improvements. Like I will practice anyways, but I'll pretty much build the same thing. And then I'll see if I can somehow fit in something else to improve my rate. But like for the design that I came up with, I don't think I saw anything to improve. There probably always is a way to improve it though. Yeah, that's what I always say anyways. Jeff Sailor says, well done, Dub. Thank you, Jeff. Hopefully it went well for you as well. Harshal says hello. Yeah, I'm interested to know for those people who happen to do ice blocks, seeing as the competition ends in like 10 minutes, right? I want to know, what ranking did that get you? I'm wondering. Did roughly 7,000 ice blocks per hour do it? Like, was it enough for top 1200? Or was there no shot there and you absolutely had to do present box? And then I wonder, well, it probably would have made a difference if I put the build showcase out on, you know, before the competition started. Because if everybody was doing at least 5 present boxes, then the ice blocks wouldn't have been competitive at all. So yeah, that's what I'm interested to know. I did hear at least, you know, somebody that, I don't want to say the name if they don't want me to, but like, they don't usually do the competitions and they decided to just wing this one. And they did a good amount of, you know, or at least a decent amount of present boxes. Like they definitely should get top 900, I would think. No Dory says, I'm doing ice blocks, 963. I assume that's what your rank is. So that definitely is top 1200. Are you doing ice blocks without any NFTs or are you using some? Because that will make a difference. As for my design here, I didn't make any changes. It's doing the 112 present box per hour as I expected it to. You know, it rounds up to 112. It's like 111.5, 0.6, as you can see right here. Wine case at 130-ish. Yeah, that's right. So no issues here. My power went out one of the days, but I wasn't on here. I was on the practice town testing the no NFT build for present boxes, which I made a mistake on. I mean, if you saw the build showcase, then you saw the mistake, but I explained it there. I probably will show it after the competition ends here, just to have something pulled up. I think I already did the daily challenge. It was bamboo, right? Pretty sure I did the daily challenge last night before I fast forwarded this. Tony Roy says, good afternoon, Dub. Hello, Tony. Hello, Mr. G. Hey, Dub, when Gala pump? That's what everyone's wondering. Gala's... all the tokens are going the opposite way, but especially Gala, right? Jeff Saylor says, I did present box 6 an hour. Forgot to put chocolate bars in auto sell, though. Double checked, I'm at 811. Okay. See, that is top 900, though. Even though you may have made a mistake forgetting to put something on auto sell, which... yeah, that's kind of predictable since there's so many items required, right? Herps says, hi all. Hello, Herps. Troy Mills says, I did Icebox, currently doing 8,238 per hour and sitting at 1,011. Okay. However, as I mentioned in my PM, yeah, he had sent me a message. I had a problem with gas production, but he ended up solving it. Okay. So yeah, he wasn't always doing the 8,000 or so Icebox per hour, so... probably averaged out to like 7,000 or something. But that is enough for top 1200. Okay. Well, at least that gives me a good idea. For those people who decided to go for Icebox, they should have been able to get top 1200 in the leaderboard. And that probably is because I didn't have a build showcase to share right on Tuesday. So yeah. Either some people just didn't try at all, or... we did have maybe several people do Icebox. I know a couple people who did Icebox, right? But like, if I was to count it out, I'd probably only count like 10 people. I don't know if it was 10 or 100. You know, some people play. Some people do the competitions but don't talk on the Discord. Some people are actually 3 people. You never know, if you know what I mean. Yeah, some people wanted a different competition instead of sushi belts, like something that hasn't been done in a long time, like Blue Steel or something. I would understand that. Yeah, I probably would have wanted that more also. And we were also talking about on Discord, like, when's the last time we did a coffee competition? It feels like so long ago, but apparently it was 21 weeks ago is what Will Bike said. Peppermint hot cocoa. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like we just don't do enough coffee competitions. But yeah, something like Blue Steel. I feel like Blue Steel hasn't been done in over a year or something. There definitely could have been a lot of other competitions to do instead of rerunning the sushi boat competition. Not exactly sure why they did that. But I did post on Discord last night. They probably should just rerun a couple of old metas. Maybe not like 6 weeks old. I'm talking more like 20 to 40 weeks old or something. But yeah, rerun a couple of old metas. Focus more on what they're trying to do. You know, the whole thing with gems. The utility you can do with gems. Like, what did they say? Moving buildings around. Purchasing cash and materials right at the start. Did they say moving buildings around? I think that was for the future. Yeah, basically they need to work on gems, utility for that, and then that'll introduce the sinks of being able to spend Gala or soil tokens for gems, and then that'll help for the competitions. So they should just work on that, even if it means repeating a couple of old metas, stop spending time on new metas for a little while. I'm surprised they came out with this present box meta. It's strange. And also, why present boxes? Why not just make it a Starlight Market Box meta? Not have to make a new item. Seeing as it's an actual item, present box, we probably will have it returned in the future. Maybe we'll get a stack box meta where it requires stack boxes and present box and something else. Something crazy. I hope not, though. That'd be way too much. Mr. G says no NFT, only Town Hall, and I got 7 per hour. That's very nice, even if you say it's true, only using Town Hall. It sounds like you would also need to use skins for that, but still very, very good. Uniform meta, yeah, that one would be good too. I mean, it was done a lot in the past, but it's been a while. Tony Roy 944 with present box, almost no NFT. And what rate was that, Tony? Was it exactly 5 per hour or a little under that, or what? It would have had to be in a little under, I think. Good morning, Oakenshield. I don't know if I replied to you also. Oh gosh, Mr. G. Rachel says, I agree, not enough coffee competitions. And Jeff Saylor says, great job, Mr. G. We got 2 minutes into the competition ends, so just gonna wait here. I did get the rep Chrome extension thing. Not sure if I'll talk too much about rep here, but like it's one of the projects that are part of Gala chain, I guess. You know, that's what's his name? Neil's working on. I hope I didn't get his name wrong. I think he uses a different Discord name. But yeah, Rep is one of the projects that is being built on Gala chain. It's kind of like an alternative social media, you know, like Twitter or X, as people are supposed to call it, but they never do. So it's kind of like a social media thing built into here. So I'm still kind of like testing it out. Rep social, so I can just pull it up here on any page. And just as a test, I created a little article here with the competition info, which I don't expect anyone to even find. I mean, how many people have this downloaded right now? Like 10 people, maybe 20? But you know, just for testing reasons to see how it works, I decided to make an article here. And like the way it works, I think, is since I am on games.gala.com/game/townstar/play, I will be able to see the posts people made here, as well as articles and questions. Now, if I was in another page, then it wouldn't show this article because this article is stuck on this page. But if somebody was to search up my profile, then they could also see my posts and my articles regardless of what page they're in. But I'm still testing this out. I think it's cool, but we'll see if it picks up in the future. You know, social media doesn't work if it's only like 10 or 20 people using it. Arshel says, I found Bitbender's new project aside from Gala Games. I did hear somebody on Discord mention that. I thought they were talking about LFG though. Maybe they're talking about something else. What is it? You know what it is? Is it another Gala Games? I did hear something about some project called Helix, I think, but I don't know too much about it. Because I think they were giving Founders Node, Gala Founder Node owners, or eligible Gala Founder Node owners, a free Helix node or something. But yeah, I don't know too much about that. But there we go, competition ended. I didn't really check the rest of the leaderboard. I'll check it once more once it loads up here. Like 2 minutes. Datagram? I never heard of that. Yeah, I'm not sure then. While I'm waiting here though. So yeah, Sushi Boat's next competition. Cash boost are the salmon, eel, and ebimaki. Salmon nigiri and eel nigiri, I should say. And ebimaki, which you don't really make at the start. Wasabi cash boosted, so wasabi would be a good alternative. I think the cash boosts are the same. I just didn't go back and double check it. And then tuna roll is also cash boosted. So wasabi would probably be a good cash boost. I believe that was the go-to cash boost for the last Sushi Boats competition. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what it was. And if you have the fruits greenhouse, I think wasabi grows even faster actually. And of course, Sushi Boat is boosted in stars. They said we are gonna get a forest biome, but it's a plains biome. I went ahead, see I can make this larger, which shrinks the little town star screen over here, which I'll go back to in a bit. But I did create the starting biome here on the visualizer, so that's what it's going to be. It's going to be the same as the daily challenge starting biome, for the one that requires you to sell 10 shrimp and 20 roe. Oh, it launched yesterday? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. I mean, I'll do a Google search and see what it is at least. Datagram sounds like... Well, it doesn't sound like games, so I don't know. Animation Dad, hello. I went from 690 to 918 in the last 2 hours. Yeah, sounds about right. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for top 900. What did you end up producing, Animation Dad, and what was your production rate? Yeah, that's not unusual, as Noel Dory says. Hey Now says, hello friends. Hey Dub, did they remove the monthly blueprint rewards? No, they didn't say they did. Speaking about that though, next competition, usually every 4 competitions is a blueprint reward. And they didn't announce a blueprint reward for the next week's competition. It should have been one, but it isn't. Hold on, let me check the results real quick. Homeboy Gaming, hey Dub, congrats on another top 10. Thank you, Homeboy Gaming. Ives is here, hello. Joy says, I did a Google search, but haven't found anything related to blockchain. Oh, okay. Oh. Jeff says, Datagram introduces a transformative approach to real-time video game communication, leveraging a fully decentralized infrastructure built on its own layer 1 blockchain. Sounds like, real-time video communication, like some kind of voice chat. Kind of sounds like a Discord or a Slack or something. So doesn't tell me too much. Doesn't really sound that interesting just from that description. But there we go. I finished on 8th place. I want to scroll down a little bit just to capture it on the stream in case anybody needs to watch back. It's not letting me scroll though. It must have lagged out here. Give it a few seconds. Homeboy says, I really wish they do box meta and put every box item in it. No, you don't. Stop lying to yourself, homeboy. Only you want that. Datagram equals word salad. Yeah. Yeah, because that, there's probably a better way to explain what datagram is. Oh, there we go. But it doesn't let me scroll down all the way. It's like there's only 17 players popping up for me. Let me give this another try. Animation Dad says, I did present, but has a hard time keeping it going up to 8, but sometimes I was down around 3. Yeah, so it averaged down to a lower number. Okay. Dang. Let me exit this out. I wonder if that causes an issue. Oh, it did. Oh, strange. Yeah, for some reason when I had the rep extension up, it didn't let me scroll down all the way. Well, there was the top 25 right there. Congratulations to those who made it. As usual, Dream, Spartan, Homeboy, right? NTX, which usually asks me what my rate is, but NTX also does a great job here. Planet Bob, Lolo Kobo, of course. I'd give a shout out to all these people, but you see them on here. I would scroll down to top 50, but usually it doesn't show the correct numbers. I think maybe this time it did though. Arshel says, is another note stuff for now. Well, that's not really a surprise. Daily challenge already did it. Let me go to practice mode. I mean, might as well leave it there. And going back to the thing with the blueprint rewards. So yeah, about every 4th week would be a blueprint reward. So let's go back to... Was it the Easter egg? No. Jewelry set competition happened on May 20th. This one rewarded us with the Crafty Glass Factory blueprint, which was an amazing one. I think everybody loved it, especially me. And then we went 1, 2, 3 weeks with no reward, blueprint reward. The 4th week, which is next week's competition, sushi boats. They didn't say it was a blueprint reward, so I'm just gonna assume that it's not. Maybe they didn't have all the info that happened that one time. So let's go backwards now. So before this one, for the jewelry set, the Crafty Glass Factory blueprint, there was 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks without a blueprint reward, and then it was Hasty Chocolate Shop. So it's not really out of the ordinary. For some reason, they're skipping a week. But last time we had 4 weeks in a row with no blueprint rewards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the 5th week was a blueprint reward. You know, kind of to go back to Hey Now's question, right? So it's possible that, yeah, next week there won't be a blueprint reward for sushi boats. But the week after that could actually be an NFT blueprint reward. Why they're doing it every 5 weeks, I don't know if that's the intention, or if it's because a month is not really, well, a month is not 28 days, unless it's February sometimes. A month is like 4.5 weeks, right? So maybe there's a reason why they're, in some cases, they're doing it every 5th week instead of every 4th week. And just to check, going backwards again from Easter eggs meta, the one that rewarded us with the Hasty Chocolate Shop, it was 1, 2, 3 competitions that didn't have it, so the 4th competition did have it. All right, so I don't think it's, I mean, I think it's okay that there's not a blueprint NFT reward for next week's competition, because the one after that should have it. Now, if the one after that doesn't have it, then you definitely should bring it up again and maybe complain, because we do get the NFT blueprint reward every 4 or 5 weeks. Yeah, Hey Now says some months with 5 weeks. Got it, maybe next week for reward. Yeah, maybe monthly. Yeah, it might not be an exact 4-week schedule. David Heaton says, I just fell short, but at least I'm a proud member of the 51 club. I did see that, yes. You gave it your best shot, right? I'll come back to the playbook. I need to put the new meta values, the cash boost and the star boost. I already took the present box meta values off. Animation Dad says, the more NFTs that come out, the lower I go. Yeah, that makes sense. Especially with the batch ones that came out. Wilson says, what's good NFT in exchange to Legendary Bird? I do have only Water Tower and Wheat Sand, planning to crude oil NFT. Is that good? Did you manage to get a Legendary Bird house? Like, did you gamble on that? And that's why you're asking? I mean, if you did, then congrats, but I don't know if that's what happened. In that case, yeah, you'd be better off selling the Legendary Bird and then using the funds to buy some of the NFTs that I mentioned in my top 40 NFTs video that I posted not too long ago. You know, some of the top ones are Miranda skins, which I don't know if you have because you didn't mention it, but you probably do. You said you had Water Tower and the Wheat Sand, that's fine. Crude oil NFT is very good. It's just on some of these metas, we will get an oil seep and you can just use that and you'll be okay. But it's always nice to have an NFT that gives 2 passive crude oil, so you don't have to rely on this. Because the oil seep maybe pops up like 50% of the time. At some point, we didn't get an oil seep for like 2 months straight, so there's always that could happen. If you don't have the Medieval Tavern, that would be a good one to get, or probably the full set of the Navy badges. Yeah, Navy badge, common and common rare, seeing as they probably should be cheaper now. I haven't checked in the past week. At some point, I still expect them to raise in price, but yeah. Medieval Tavern, Navy badges, because that's just stuff that will help you in every single competition. Otherwise, Hatchet Hank Jr. is also a very good one. You can have up to 3 of those. So yeah, once again, go back and watch the top 40 NFTs video that I posted, because that has a lot of helpful information for that question that you asked. Manolis Rodos, hello. He says, hi everyone. I chose Icebox and top 400 with many hours to build, but without trying to balance many other things. For present box, I think it was better. Okay. Well, at least you didn't have to go through the headache of, you know, trying to figure out the present box meta. That's why I had suggested Ice Blocks. And hello, Wilson. Harshal, they don't want to give free NFC, perhaps, but like, I don't really think that's true. I mean, they still give the storage NFTs every month, even though they suck and nobody cares about them. But they still give the blueprint NFTs every month also. Like, pretty sure I could go back and check every single month we've got in a blueprint NFT. Was there a month that they skipped? I think there was one month where they gave out 2 of them, because the month before they had skipped it. You'll get them next time, David51. DeFi, hi, how are you? Got 113 in this one, my best so far. Second time around playing. Awesome, congratulations. And I'm good, thanks. Satbig says, hi, how's your position? If you're asking me, I managed to get 8th place, so I got top 10. Once again, I had 8th place last week as well. Wilson, yes, I gamble. I do get Legendary Birdie. Congrats then. How much Gala for Legendary Bird? 15k SL. I remember I'd gotten one for 10k. Now, the price of Gala did go down a little bit, so you'd have to count for that. I'd have to check an FT Harbor, but off the top of my head, I would say somewhere between 12k to 13k. You know, reach out to me on Discord. I might just be able to get that from you. I'm trying to eventually get all 16 legendary birdhouses. I'll keep this open for now. I just wanted to look at like all the blueprints here. Distributed May, April, March, February, January, December, November, October, September, August, July, June, May, April, March, February, January, December. That's a typo. Very random of me to find the typo right there, but alright. November, September. Okay. We've been getting an NFT blueprint every month for the past almost 2 years, about a year and 9 months. Before that, they were giving us an NFT blueprint every week. If you guys were around back then, you know, every week or every 2 weeks. I think it was supposed to be every week. There was one competition here that probably got skipped or canceled. But yeah, at some point, you know, back when, I guess it's really since they first canceled the play and earn from Towncoin, right? Is when they started doing the blueprints competitions every 2 weeks. And then at some point they did them every week in addition to the Gala reward, so it was a way better reward structure. And then around September 2023 is when they're like, all right, we're just gonna do the blueprint reward once a month, but you're still gonna get the Gala reward on top of it. So their track record for NFT blueprint rewards, I think, is great. I don't really think you can complain about it. Like, they haven't missed an NFT blueprint reward yet. Like, they're doing it every month. I think that's good. 8th place, congrats. Thank you. Troy says sometimes uses the specific use storage units to ensure placement of resources close to where they are needed. That's a good way to use them, yeah. There are a few storages that I admit are helpful. The rice husk stand is one of those very helpful ones. I tend to use the ceramic storage. Sorry, I said the rice husk stand. The rice husk storage. But I tend to use the ceramic storage a lot also. Don't really use much of the other storages, but like you can find a use for them. Sometimes I will use the cocoa storage if it's a meta that requires a lot of cocoa, right? So there's that. It now says, I'll take your epic bird to lighten the cost of Wilson's legendary. Let me know. Yeah, actually, I should send you a message. I have like 2 spare epic birds right now. I usually sell them right away, but I still have 2 spare ones. And yeah, I will like sell them obviously once I get the legendary bird. I'm like, let me offload the epic one, recoup some costs from that. I didn't really talk about this, but like once again, if you care about it, watch the present box build showcase. I did kind of mess up. I didn't test it correctly, but this actually does 5 present box per hour. I did not come up with it. Somebody else showed me the design, gave me permission to share it. You know, that's cool. Nice. I'm sure people appreciate it. And it works. And yeah, some people managed to wing it and managed to figure this out. That's great. Some people, I'm sure they didn't completely understand how to balance some items. And this, the creator of this design did a good job figuring out how to balance some items. I explained in the video with balancing the cheese, butter, and therefore it would balance the chocolate bars, right? And also wood and lumber. So that's cool. I was hoping to build this earlier and get that video out even like a day earlier, but the testing got interrupted when the power went out, but that's fine. Rachel says, I love the ceramic storage, and yeah, rice husk is useful, also wasabi and seaweed. I've never used the wasabi and seaweed storages, but yeah, you could be right. I mean, it's just that I personally, I have the stands for the wasabi and the seaweed, so that makes sense. But for like a moderate NFT required build, yeah, those storages would come in handy. I'll go ahead and update this. Otherwise, I don't think there's like too much to talk about. Like I said, same details as we had before. I did type it on here. Wait, what? That's not the right image for sushi builds. What happened? Oh, it's not pizza. Yeah, I wrote the details here. So last sushi boat competition. Yeah, it is the same cash boost, but it's not the same star boost. I just realized that. It's probably too small for people to read here, but 6 weeks ago in that sushi boat competition, the stars was boosted to 120,000. For next week's competition, they said it's boosted to 96,000. I'm sure it doesn't really make that much of a difference, though. Nothing is going to beat sushi boats for next competition. Like, don't consider doing anything else. It's impossible to beat sushi boats. And yeah, their crafting recipe, they said it's unchanged, so that means it'll be the same as the one from 6 weeks ago, which requires the tuna rule. And I made a quick announcement about it on my Discord a few hours ago, or like 10 hours ago, when I posted that video. And you know, for that one, I didn't make my own build showcase, but I created a video going over the community build showcase event that I created. So that's cool that comes in handy, that we have for the no NFT players out there, or the players who still needed help coming up with a sushi boat build. We have several references. Bring up Discord just real quick. really not gonna go over all the builds again, but just to show it up here. I mean, if you're not already in the Dub Discord, invite links in the description. Make sure to join, especially if you're new and you need help, you know. But in the Town Star section, right here, Sushi Boat Community Build Showcase event. Maybe it'll get renamed in the future once I do another one of these. But we had 6 good entries here for sushi boats. And you can check them out, but I know that people mostly voted for Picklord's design because I think it had the higher production rate. Actually, yeah, his was like so well balanced, like dang, very well balanced. So no surprise that he won here. But definitely some good ideas from these. I mean, I'm not gonna go over all of them, but you can check it out yourself here if you wanted to on my Dub Community Discord once again. And I said I was gonna do this, so see, I got the article I posted on Rep here with the numbers, the same numbers from Discord, you know, the same official numbers that they shared with us. And now I'm just gonna search up the items here and change what I need to change. So this right? Was this what the heck? Did I have the wrong number here? Salmon nigiri from 4,500 to 45,000. I wonder if I made a mistake there somehow. Alright. Let's see what eel nigiri says. UE29, hello, says hi all, 77 for me. Congratulations on the top 100. I mean, hopefully that's what you wanted to get. What did I put for eel nigiri? Okay, I must have made a mistake on salmon nigiri once I edited it back to normal. Wasabi. Tuna roll. So yeah, what's everyone's plans here for the next competition? Are you just gonna use the exact same design as the one from 6 weeks ago? Are you gonna try to improve it? Are you gonna try to improve it before the competition starts, or just figure it out when the competition starts? Because it seems like some people are just gonna try to improve it when the competition starts. Like they don't think it's gonna be that much of a change. I know some people picked up the Fruits Greenhouse NFT when it was 70% off. That one will make a slight difference since it does affect the craft time of wasabi and seaweed, I believe. Tuna roll to 90k. Sushi boat stars to 96k this time. There we go. Should be it. Depends on how I do on the dub guild spins. That should be the same list as the one from 6 weeks. Yeah, 6 weeks ago. I'll go and copy and paste it, and I'm pretty sure I can figure that out by today. I will take it kind of easy, like I said, but the rate will be higher because I got the Navy badges and the Air Force badges. But I don't really intend to change stuff up too much from there, because either way, I think I would get top 25. So I mean, I'll take the easy way out on this one. Why not? Hey, now it says RBT agreed on ceramic bowl and rice storage. Only really useful ones add in water barrel storage. That one can be useful, yeah. Hey, now it says will it improve now that I have fruits, greenhouse, 14 tractor, and 8 wasabi snowmobile. Yeah. Yeah, that'll at least take off 1 tractor. Depends on if you improve your rate or not, but yeah. I still intend to do that video simply talking about offline mode and fast forward. Even though I kind of talked about half of what I wanted to on the previous video, but you know, not everybody will watch that. Sometimes people just want a straight answer, like 3 minutes or less or something. So I kind of doubt it'll just be 3 minutes. Whenever I try to make a short video, it ends up being longer anyways. It now says you can only use the Navy or the Air Force, or you can use both at the same time. You can use both sets at the same time. You can use all 3 sets actually. So you could use military badges and Navy badges and Air Force badges all at the same time, having 1 of each. For some reason you have 6 Navy badges, only the first 3 will apply. But you can still have the set bonus, even if it means you place more than 3. I talked about this in one of the streams. But the easiest way to think about it, hey now, is just get, if you can, especially for the Navy badges, get 1 common, 1 uncommon, and 1 rare, and then have them all placed in your town, and you're good. You get the highest movement speed bonus, which is 24%. I'm just double checking, make sure my math's not wrong. Yeah, 24%, there we go. Yeah, so aim to complete your Navy set. Now the Air Force set is more expensive, so I'm not gonna recommend that, but you know, the reason people are paying so much for it is because it's like more powerful than a Liberty Bell, right? 19.5% craft time reduction if you have the full set placed down. That's huge. But you know, if you don't have the full set and you happen to have just 1 of them or 2 of these, and just go ahead and do that. Some people were considering like just getting 3 common Air Force badges for 3% crowd time reduction. That's fine, and it probably is cheaper than the open corrupted packs. But the thing is that open corrupted packs won't actually waste any town space, so it has that going for them. But I guess if you already had the 10 open corrupted packs and you don't want to go for the full set of Air Force badges, then sure, you could get 3 of these. They should be at the cheapest they could be already, right? Yeah, I sold my spares on these also. I only have the 1 set now. I mean, I always had 1 set, but I had a couple of spare common Air Force badges at one point. This takes hours for like an accurate rate. Like I can see the cake rate is fine. That's why I didn't want to run another test once I figured out that I forgot to turn on a windmill. I'm like, oh, that's why it wasn't doing 5 per hour exactly. All right. Well, I think that's it really. Actually, I only thought this was going to be like half an hour stream. Always a little longer than I thought it is going to be. If anybody has any last minute questions or, you know, remarks you want to make, feel free to ask. But I do plan to take it pretty easy this weekend, seeing as there's not really a point for me to make another sushi boat build showcase. Like, there's already several out there. I'll still make the video talking about the competition details and probably saying some of the same stuff I said here, you know, just in case some people don't watch the streams, so they'll only watch the videos. They want the quick information, nicely edited to save you guys time. And hopefully just a short video talking about offline mode once again. Short dedicated video for that. I still want to do other stuff. Like, I still have the idea for the top blueprint NFTs. Just haven't finished that. That'll take a while. You know, that's on the to-do list. I'm still having fun playing some other stuff. I did play Deltarune. I finished the chapters 3 and 4 that came out. Probably most of you don't even know what that is though. But yeah, either take it easy, guys, or try to do your best to improve on your sushi boat design. Whatever is more fun for you, of course. I don't mind that it's like a repeat. Hopefully it's not another repeat next week. Isma, you know, the main guy in the Townstar dev team or whatever, he says he is reading the Discord chats. He's sending the info to the rest of the team, the design team, he says. But they are not going to change next week's competition. I think he just meant sushi boats. Like, it's already set in stone now. But at least they know now that we don't want metas that repeat, like within something that we did like 8 weeks ago, right? Or 6 weeks ago. So there's that. Just keep ranting and sharing your feedback on the Discord, the Gala Discord, because I guess they say they read it. It doesn't really feel like it sometimes, but they say they do. Anyways, thank you all for being here. Rachel says thanks, Dub. Hey Now says thanks for the info. Have a great weekend. Yes, you as well. Have a great weekend, everyone. See you all later. I'll be on Discord as usual. Take care, everyone. Thank you for your support. DeFi says repeat's okay as long as it's not too soon. Exactly. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, thank you, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.